Bam, and here we are, final draft of day 1, week 2, Summer Split, 2023. A lot of, it just keeps adding up.
There's a lot of splits.
A lot of splits.
But here we are.
One thing the crowd is not split on is Yuumi in the games. They don't want it, they don't want to see any of it, and I understand it. Now, a couple things I want to call out. We have a bunch of amazing Astralis fans in the house here tonight, all the way from Hamburg, which is super far, but still cool that they came out.
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on the Yuumi ban.
Waiting on the Yuumi ban?
That's all.
And I must say it, if there is one team that will cook, one team that will play something crazy, it is Astralis. We heard Leader say it in his interview last week.
Is that a promise?
No, it is not. But they said the meta is bad for them. And they kind of, you know, we saw the Yasuo. So if anyone's going to get out of the meta...
so the meta's bad for them and we saw Yasuo.
Yes.
Okay, dude, I'm here for the cooks. That's the ingredients we got.
2 points of evidence.
Okay.
Is it enough for, you know, complete conclusion? No. But the Yuumi is banned.
And they're the fan favorites now because they ban Yuumi.
True.
You know? That's how we do it. Now, man. What's the ban? Is it Aphelios? Are we looking at the Vi, maybe? Could be a good ban against 113?
Yeah. It's actually against Mad's branding guidelines to ban Yuumi. It's
oh, yeah.
active aggression against the cat.
Why is that? Oh,
because they're like, both feline. You know?
Oh, yeah, okay, true. They're both lions. Do they ban Nidalee then?
No, also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Gotta respect the brand guidelines. Very important.
What about Nico?
Nico could be a cat, but they decided to risk it anyway. So, by first pick.
Yep.
What do cats love? They love birds. So Mad Lions potentially just going to prioritize Xayah Rakan.
They love
We've
rats
seen this draft.
Oh yeah, we have.
This was
just
the
saw this in the Koi versus Fnatic
Koi versus Fnatic game.
Xayah Rakan. Or let me raise you Xayah Annie.
Ooh, actually I like that twist.
Nope,
no, Xayah Rakan. How about
let me raise you Zeri Lulu? Oh, because raise you Zeri Lulu. Oh, let me raise you Annie. Okay.
I like it. Don't do it. Do something different. Do something weird.
Don't do Zeri Lulu. Don't do Zeri Lulu. Don't do Zeri Lulu.
Kai'Sa's interesting.
Kai'Sa not. Kai'Sa not. Kai'Sa not. Kai'Sa no. Hey, there you go, baby.
Slightly different. What I say, cooking.
Bro, we are cooking out here. There's the Nisqy Elyoya just hovering to tease leader a little bit because my man's gonna be reaching in 4-5.
I like all these things, Nisqy. Don't tease leader.
Here's my pitch.
Follow through for us.
Here's my pitch, Daniel Drakos.
Yes.
It's Kai'Sa mid. And it's Samira Nautilus bot.
Kai'Sa mid flex?
Yeah, Kai'Sa mid, static stick.
Static stick, yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Nesquik's gonna lock in the Cassante, so I think Mad Lions is playing very stock. Nope, it's gonna be Wukong, even more stock standard meta. I think
Wukong
picking
over Cassante? I guess it's a blind. Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you pick Cassante on 3, you look to ban away Gwen and Jax especially.
Yeah.
That signals that you're probably putting in top lane. But yeah, Ahri and Annie are still up. 2 big picks for Astralis. Could be ban aways for Mad Lions if they look for Azir on 4, which I think Astralis should ban away. So I think Azir, Syndra, Ahri, Annie are probably the high prio mid laners. Renekton taken away from Finn.
And I respect, I guess, in hindsight, I really like locking the Wukong. Just matching pick for pick here in the first phase. Opens up the bans a bit more. Can ban the Renekton. Could still potentially pick Cassante on 4.
Yep, can flex it as well. I think Gragas on 4 for Mad Lions is pretty nice as well.
Oh, well, I do like the Gragas.
Flex that top and mid. But yeah, I think Azir is also a powerful pick on 4. So I'd be a bit hesitant to follow the Astralis, taking away the Cassante themselves.
And if we think back to Mad Lions last week, yes, it was a 3-0. Not the most convincing 3-0. In fact, a lot of the early games did really go their favor. It was just consistency in team fights and kind of patience in decision-making in the late game that ultimately brought them that consistency in record, at least. Gwen banned away. Okay, so
Sion? We're looking at a Sion here?
Tank v tank on the top side of the map. Would not be the spiciest, but...
No. I like Ornn for Astralis a bit more than Sion. You know, I think Ornn ult can really get the Xayah ult lockdown, and then Vi ult can be the follow-up or vice versa. I really feel like Ornn is the pick for Astralis, so maybe man could take that away. Sion can't force the Xayah ult as easily, can be blocked by the front line of whatever Mad's going to draft. I think Azir here for Mad could work as well. It is going to be the Gragas, so it is going to be the Gragas flex. So I think Finn Ornn with Gwen ban. I mean, you could face up against something like a Jax or something maybe a bit annoying, but yeah, I think it's probably going to be a tank versus tank. The question is then, what does leader play? Because I feel like with AD Kai'Sa and Ornn, you free up AD mids, and you know AD mids can be juicy for leader.
And I'm not going to get excited, you know, like KT, although after today, maybe KT. Worth getting excited about. That would be spicy.
We got a leader, Akali.
Okay, all right. Will it be static shift? I hope not.
I see you, leader. Yeah, maybe it is a static shift.
does help with wave clear. Akali, you know, over the years, over the patches, over the countless nerfs, wave clear real bad.
Blind pick Jax into Gragas. Wow. Flex.
And Finn has been playing very well individually, but this is bold. Yeah. Okay, that's yeah, there you go. So that's a bit more stock standard.
Gragas, if you want to pick something like the Jax. So they're going to go Sion. I think the Ornn could fit, but with the Akali, you have a lot of magic damage, so the Sion then makes more sense. Last pick here for probably Chasy, I expect. Maybe they just put this Gragas mid. I mean, they could also pick an Orianna and put this Gragas top, but you know,
they have such a well-rounded composition.
Yeah, it is really. I feel like Xayah Rakan just makes every comp look like they can team fight. Yep. No matter what.
And this comp can definitely team fight.
Ooh, the Poppy.
And you know what I love about this?
Yeah.
Is we see so many like Aphelios comps where everybody wants to dive except for the Aphelios. And this is the situation where I love Xayah so much. She can peel for herself. She can follow up on dives. She's so good in these contexts.
Yeah.
That said, these are going to be some very scrappy fights because Kai'Sa not really a traditional front-to-back style champion.
Nope.
But Astralis with a composition, or a Sion in this case, that really likes fighting front-to-back.
I mean, every champion's going in. You know,
yeah.
All of Astralis has come forwards. All of Mad Lions has come forwards, except the Xayah, who might go forwards anyway.
Could go backwards, could go forwards.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out. I will say, other than the Sion, this is throwing me back to metas of yesterday. You know,
metas of yesterday?
Yeah. Well, Kai'Sa versus Xayah,
bro.
The prime time.
2019. That was 4 years ago when we almost could win Worlds.
Yes. And you know what I said back then? I said I'm tired of Kai'Sa Xayah, and I've regretted it every meta since then.
So you're happy to see Kai'Sa?
I'm very happy to see it. Yes.
A change.
I regret ever having said that.
Yeah, because Kai'Sa goes in and Xayah
goes in. They fight.
They fight. They don't. None of that range. None of that. Stand back behind your wait for your shields. Wait for your items.
The game starts at level 1.
The game starts at level 1. And the last game of the ADC is about to start now. Week 2. Day 1. Mad Lions. Game 5.
Of the day. Astralis versus Mad Lions.
There's no game 6.
Let's go!
I haven't heard this one before.
I haven't heard this one either. Kind of fire though. Dang. Let's go, Astralis fans in the house.
Leader, I think he just like put his hand up in like a thanks. I think you could hear them through the microphone. So
that's good. I like that. That's wholesome.
Yeah, Astralis got some support behind them now in the studio.
Look, all I'm saying is momentum is a very real thing. And while Mad Lions are 3-0, Astralis just absolutely Goomba stomped BDS. So
it's like, hey, Mad Lions are 3-0 and momentum is important, but let me nitpick their one win and say momentum is important.
Wait, no, momentum is important. I'm just saying Astralis also have a different kind of momentum, which is, again, Goomba stomp. The operative word here. Single-handedly dismantling. It did require a Nico to walk into a Yasuo at level 1, let him fully stack lethal tempo, but...
Do you know what the beauty of that is?
What?
That was an S-tier team. That was an S-tier team they did that to.
Oh, yeah.
So, they should have no problem against an A-tier team, right?
Yeah. Speaking of things that didn't age well, Mad Lions... early games have not looked great. It is important to note, and this is average over 3 games, and 3 games isn't a huge sample size, but Mad Lions have not been super dominant thus far. They've just been much more consistent in the mid to late game, and that has been the clutch factor for them. And against a team like Astralis, who usually just wants to fight all the time, very important to be disciplined.
Now, is that didn't age well for Mad Lions, or is that didn't age well for the way League of Legends is supposed to be played? Because maybe losing early games is not a bad thing. So maybe they're doing the right thing.
What?
And then it's all about a mid to late game.
I mean, you can say that early game isn't the most important thing, but I will never entertain the idea that like losing early games is optimal.
We're picking scaling lanes and we're losing early game on purpose. We're gonna purposefully lose this early game so they can't win.
You sound like someone who watched like just the least important part of an LS stream. Missed all the parts about like more optimal picks. Just heard it's okay to have better scaling.
And just lock it in and why isn't it working?
Yeah.
Well, that damage from the Sion W. The two grasping Joris just duking it out. See if Hilly looks for a W.
Knock up, but good buffer from JeongHoon. And the Astralis bottom lane, again, one of their most consistent parts in splits pass. Obviously, again, they've had that one really dominant win against BDS and two pretty crushing losses, so it would be really good on the Astralis side to see more from Kobbe and JeongHoon this week. So Chasy losing trades with Finn, but up in experience.
Yeah, he's going to get the wave in. Nisqy's under tower. The leader is chunking him out a bit, but he's also taking a heck load of damage back. Nisqy could... Ooh, I thought there was like a flash E coming in there with a Q, but don't know if he has the damage. The shields regen, and the second win, the potion, Doran shield, so much regen coming in for the Akali.
Yeah.
Sometimes doing damage to him at that low health will just heal him back up a bit more than he's already taken.
But oh! Felt the wind on his back. 1-1-3 will not connect on the Q. Nisqy holds onto his flash. Elyoya now on the way in. A quick flash out from leader. That's 2 flashes for 0. Mad Lions, hugely positive trade.
W for Mad Lions. Just a bit of a whiff there. Dashed away there, Nisqy. Elyoya looking for something. Nisqy has the flash if he wants to follow, but he's a little bit low. Just gonna catch the wave. And all is quiet. Summoner's Rift.
Yep, but not in Berlin. Fans
Not in
ready.
Berlin.
Ravenous.
You know, it's when you land the Hylissang Qs, when you land the Akali E's, you know, you're telling yourself, he's gonna eat me. He's gonna body slam me. But maybe because he knows he's gonna body slam me, I'll go in because he won't expect me to go in. And then I die every time.
Wow, that felt less like a professional League of Legends story, more like a your personal solo queue experience League of Legends story, but still valid nonetheless.
My Nexus stopped dying.
That'd be number 1. They just made my Nexus and my Nexus alone invulnerable.
Hylissang gonna get spotted there from the Kai'Sa W, trying to get this wave in there, man. Hook connects.
Not under tower, however, so Hylissang not too rattled there.
It's gonna miss. Base is coming in from 1-1-3. Elyoya has cycled through his second respawn on the top side. He's gonna move out now with the core fields. And yeah, Mad Lions need to take a base here on bot, see if Astralis can stop them on the recall. JeongHoon can walk up. Hylissang can try and push him away, but Carzzy's low on mana, so I think they're just gonna have to give that push.
And this has been weirdly quiet. Because again, yes, something is afoot. Astralis were known for, in the previous split, being the team that were always willing to force fights and actually finding a lot of their wins because teams got over-comfortable kind of in the mid-game state. Didn't expect Astralis to be there because, hey, the rules say they should catch this wave at this time, kind of the general understanding of the meta. But Astralis weren't able to find that opportunity in the mid lanes and have slowed down a bit. What a worst possible engage timing from Hylissang. 1-1-3 still not going to follow up, however.
Did you see that hook? He hooked him mid-Rakan W and stopped it. That was crazy
stuff. Chasy not able to stop the Sion ultimate, but will just walk away.
He's got a cookie.
Finn is
eat the cookie, Finn. Then he can maybe look for some kind of dive. Hook's gonna hit the creep there.
They are gonna get the wave in though. 1-1-3 spending a decent amount of time here just to make sure that that can crash. It doesn't really crash though. They're just gonna hold this one, so a bit awkward.
Finn's just going to base, I think, here, or he's going to go for the healing plant. But I think Leader's gone for the healing plant, so there's a bit of a debate in the top river as to who should have taken that healing plant. Leader's one out on it, but it looks a bit on the minimap. And Finn's just going to go run and proxy. The wave's already crashed, so he's just going to ward the Krugs.
Say healing plant one more time.
Healing plant.
Thank you.
What is it called?
No, you just said you said it like 4 times in that sentence.
See, this like the thing is,
honey fruit.
Honey fruit. That's it. The thing is with when you're a pro and there's lots of league names like Honeyfruit or like the Featherstorm, you know, you just call it.
Yeah, you don't care about the lore.
I'm going for
what is Xayah? What race of creature is Xayah?
She's a bird.
There you go. That's the pro player right there.
Birds can fly, but she don't use her wings.
The Sion. She's like an animal person.
Which
is a genius catch-all because now we can just lump in every animal-related champion into that category.
So is like Lilia the Sion?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer. I've overrepresented my knowledge. I just needed to be a little smarter than you about the lore. I don't actually know anything.
That's where it ends. Oh my god.
Look, if no one kills each other in 5 minutes, we're getting the Gragas lore.
So the latest First Blood ever was a Junior game. I think it was 39 minutes.
Oh my, what?
That was the latest First Blood ever.
28 minutes was the latest First Blood I ever cast. It was Vitality versus Misfits.
Well, have you met Astralis Mad Lions?
Officio almost left to go to the bathroom. It was so slow.
That's for...
He
just take a wireless. He could just take a wireless headset.
It should have.
Just cast from.
That would have been more interesting audio than what we experienced in that game.
Who was playing?
That was Vitality Misfits.
It was Vitality Misfits.
It was one of the mini Vitality super teams. This was pre the Jizuke era.
Oh, this was like the 2017 days.
Yeah. Can't
Super
remember who was
slow.
on it. Oh, it was the Hachani roster.
Oh, was that with Jocko?
Maybe.
Yeah, 22. That was 2017, 27. Bro, Super Team? It's been like 5-6 years of Super Teams.
Yeah,
We haven't found one yet.
That's not true.
No, we have.
We found one. We found two. We found a couple.
Found two.
Fnatic G2 era, pretty strong. Now we'll see if the Mad Astralis era has begun. For now, a
Smite.
knockback there for Chasy. The smite is big, and now the fight is kicking off. First blood. Astralis finding one, finding the Herald. Chasy getting hooked, getting knocked around by all these beefy frontliners. Kobbe immediately going to follow up. Astralis, in the blink of an eye, a 1.5k gold lead. Incredibly well played.
They take it all, don't they? 2 kills and 113 just gets the Herald mid-vials. Really nice smites from him, just robs it right in front of Mad Lions. And now the play's backfired. They went and committed a lot of numbers there, Mad Lions, to try and rush this down. And they used the Poppy ult to make sure they could secure it, but just too slow. 113's there. Ults in onto Elyoya, smites it right in front of him, and on the Wukong Q as well. What a good timing from him. And despite Kobbe not being here, the base damage from the 3-man squad is just so high that Elyoya's dead. And then, of course, the roots will come through to give the Kai'Sa passive. In comes Kobbe as he goes over the wall here, Chasy, and rejoins the fight because of the Ghost as well. 2 kills over to Astralis and the Herald. And now with plate still being up, I think they can look to start forcing some gold onto this Kai'Sa. Kobbe's going to base up now, pick up his first item, expecting the static shiv.
Oh yeah, and that is potential for really either split damage profile for Kai'Sa or more AD focused. We'll see kind of what the option is. Nisqy, take his time here. Laying, okay, just laying down a bit of damage. Doesn't really quite have the threat yet.
It was a warning shot. You know, don't mess with the Gragas.
Yeah.
That's what Mad Lions start up Drake. Nisqy, if he had ult down Nisqy, maybe you can force out Kobbe's flash, but now he's going to be matching up against Leader, who is, look at his build. Look at his items. You know what he's building. It's a static Shiv Akali.
I do. 1 static Shiv completed. How many will we get? For now, it looks like 2.
More static Shivs win, thoughts?
Leader not connecting on the E there. I think he thought he hit the Gragas. He hit the Shroud.
Let me check the Akali builds right here. So I'm seeing static Shiv, Night Harvester, Akali.
Wow. Who would have thought that someone would build both those items together?
No way.
Okay,
I
so
saw like this ad on the LCS about static.
yeah, shout out to the LCS team. Fantastic.
Yeah, I heard Night Harvester is a discount price.
Night Harvester discount. I've heard it costs the same in game, but you'd be a fool not to buy it with such great value.
I tried to send a package to pour away for 2069, but nothing.
Yeah, I
said
called that
back.
number and nobody answered. But
The Rito Please one?
yeah, well, we can take that up with.
Yeah, we'll call them after this game. But static Shiv close to
Leader
being
called.
completed.
It worked. He's got Kobbe called. It worked. They got the static shivs completed. They're going to delete waves. They're going to try to move around the map faster.
And they
Keep
will.
our eye out for that proc.
And yeah, Mad Lions are kind of stuck under their towers, really, aren't they? They're waiting for Nisqy to get the Everfrost. They're waiting for Elyoya to get the Sunderer. Dragon's up in 4 minutes. You know, there's nothing really to play for. Herald's in 3. So, to be honest, as much as the game felt like it was picking up pace, I think it's gone back to its state of just waiting for someone to start an objective, but they're quite far away. The Herald usage might be important, though.
Do you remember earlier in the cast when you said losing the early game was just objectively better?
Yeah.
Factually 100% of things.
Just 100%. I just lose every early game.
So do you feel like Mad are still favored in this game, given that they've lost as you wanted them to?
I think their champions are really good at disrupting what Astralis want to do, so I think Mad are pretty fine, to be honest. You know, the Xayah is even.
Yep.
And they have Poppy, Gragas, Wukong, which is just triple knock-up, triples, interrupts onto Akali. So, yeah, Leader's team fight is going to be a bit difficult. I'm not sure how the static shift build looks for team fights, but we will see.
We'll find out. Finn ulting up to the top lane to get there just a little bit faster, to rotate faster, and now he will get a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Not the ideal person to give gold to, I would say, but we'll see how it works out.
Maybe you could have put it mid for Kobbe, but yeah, gets for himself, get close to that, quick as that Sunfire cape. Might have to... No, he's not going to have to come down here. Leader's there. Leader will easily push those waves out. Nisqy not going to do that much damage at all. Has the ultimate, Hilly's here, but is that really diveable? Investing all that time for that kill. Finn's going to back away. He can TP back and hold this tower, and I think on full HP there's no... Ooh, we stayed.
He's sticking around.
That's a bit risky. Nisqy's put his
Wukong on the top
trying
side.
to queue ghosts, but he's going to interrupt the Sion queue, so
Keep your eyes on JeongHoon,
won't
though.
die. Nisqy's getting a lot of damage.
JeongHoon is actually the one who could get caught out here, but they
wave
spot Hylissang.
Nothing to do there. See if JeongHoon takes the fight.
JeongHoon's
JeongHoon's walking up below, TP behind.
Alone, the rest of the team.
JeongHoon's 1v4.
He's gonna flash out.
Oh my god!
The bush. JeongHoon, can you make your way out of this one? You cannot. Oh, he just gift wraps himself. delivers it to the Mad Lions. Amazon primes his way right into the team, but now the fight breaking off. Leader trying to get his way into the back line. Leader backing up into Finn, trying to hold on, but Carzzy grabbing a kill. Mad Lions dissecting Astralis in the fight. It's a single mistake, but they get so much more from it.
What is going on? Mad Lion's going to chase 113 down here as well. I'm not going to let him escape. No flash. Nisqy's a little bit low. He's going to have to be careful on the face check. He's going to land the Q. Out of range of the Vi Q, he's tagged him, so the execute shouldn't be possible. Hilly can W here and then try to proc him with Q to make sure they can get... Okay, well, he's going to go for the flash W.
Okay, he can no longer execute.
I can hear them writing in all chat. 113 is probably saying, please don't kill me.
Into the Gragas. Body slam.
He won't, but Nisqy will. And that's going to be a kill over to the Gragas. So, JeongHoon, really fancy feat. Chasy 200 kills in the LEC.
What?
I saw you cheering. I thought you were cheering at that.
I was cheering at that, but I was slow to react.
Oh, okay.
Because that's a very large amount of kills for someone who's been here for such a brief period of time.
He's been here for what? This is his third split?
Yeah.
Not been here for long, has he?
That's big. Credit to Chasy.
So look at JeongHoon. This is cocky. Goes into 3 people. Then he flashes the Rakan ult and then sidesteps to W. And I thought, wow, he might just make it. But he died. Kobbe had to flash away, gets knocked, and now Leader goes in. 1 versus 4. Look at the disrupt. Yeah, you can see the Gragas E, the Wukong ult. He gets the E onto Elyoya here, but he doesn't take it. Actually, it's on the... Yeah, he's onto the real one. He doesn't take it. Carzzy gets the kill.
Chasy, W up. Didn't want to risk getting interrupted there.
Finn's going to land the knock-up. Chasy's going to flash away. I just think that Mad Lions as champions just shut down everything Astralis want to do. Here comes a Herald start. Nisqy has TP if he wants to join the fight that might ensue as Carzzy goes for the mid tower. Maybe they don't want to fight it. Maybe they do. Yoyo's hovering around, waiting for his bot lane. The Herald's half HP. Maybe they just go mid to bot here, take 2 towers instead. They might lose top tower, though.
Yeah, and I think this game is going to get tougher for Astralis as we go deeper. When they had a gold lead, it felt a little bit more favorable, but as you highlighted, so many tools to disrupt the fight. Now that we've seen it play out, it's only going to get more difficult when they've got their front line in front of them on the side of Mad, Carzzy especially. Carzzy, last week his damage numbers were disgusting. You saw their early game goal differences. Well, the late game damage numbers more than make up for it. 1,000 damage per minute. This is not a poke meta. That is meaningful team fight damage. 41.3%. These are just disgusting numbers, despite being barely ahead. 281 gold is not a significant amount.
He was doing so much work in those fights. Saved the game against Koi with the Aphelios. So let's see if he can do something similar here on the Xayah. Off to the side here. Oh, 113. Welcome.
Finds the monkey. Where's the monkey found him? It would appear so. Another pick off there for the side of Mad Lions. Astralis going to keep this fight going. A good knockup coming in for Finn. The chain CC now there. Gragas has been marked, but Chasy is there to stop any potential follow-up. Hylissang now coming in as well. 2-man. The follow-up is there. Chasy now going forward. Leader can't do anything against the steadfast presence.
Yep. You don't mess with a monkey and a drunk man. Hilly's going to knock up Finn. And they're going to back away. That's 3 kills over to Mad Lions.
Well said, Mark.
I think he queued over thinking Raptors were up, but yeah. Surprise. They're going to get Dragon off the back of that. Yeah, so Astralis going to push in mid, see if they can find anything, but team fight was really decided basically when 113 fell. That's really a main form of engage, and I think Hilly just landed a great knockup. Kobbe didn't have flash.
And the thing is, if your first hit is not perfect onto this composition, we can watch this fight. This is just unlucky, as they say in the business. But look at what Leader does in this fight. Because it's essentially nothing, and I think it's pretty much because there's a Poppy that can stop him from falling up at any moment.
There's a Rakan, there's a Wukong.
There's access into the back line. Oh wait, there's a Poppy next to him. Never mind.
And there's a Xayah ult, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing he can do. He can just queue the front line, and by the time the Gragas W's down, the Wukong ult is off, the Poppy W is down, the Rakan W is down, you know what he can do? Nothing, because Poppy W's back up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like,
that's the problem.
This is a hard game to play Akali, and he really opted for this champion.
It's going to Herald mid here. Maybe they get the tower. Couple hits. They're grouped up. Nisqy has TP. Maybe TP behind on mid wave. They could look for it.
Chain CC, burning through the support. That's one. Hylissang.
Nisqy, one more time.
Finish gonna...
What can he cook up?
Oh, Nisqy fishing. Knock back there. Nisqy cooking.
Hooks missed.
But
Nisqy missed. He got the slow though. Bomba. He's going to push him back. Chasy.
They've knocked him into the wall. JeongHoon potentially going to get taken out here. Elyoya with a follow-up there. Finn just getting free autoed by Carzzy.
Okay, well, they got a kill out of it. It's not about how you do it, as long as you get the job done.
No, and probably it's about how you do it.
No, it is about how you do it. That was not optimal. I mean, you can see Nisqy's thumbs up making me realizing he could have maybe looked for something a bit more there. There was a Kai'Sa with no ult, no flash. Missed out on the E, but he landed the Everfrost, got the slow, missed the ult, but still, they got a kill. They got a kill.
And they're ahead.
And they're ahead.
2.7k. Almost 3, 2 Drakes. again, despite Astralis building that 1.5k gold lead, having that first very explosive play around Herald,
Leader?
they're now pretty far behind as Leader trying to get fancy with it. Oh,
why did he go back? Why did he go back? Why did he go back? Why did he just dash over the Krugs? Leader!
Knockup is there.
Leader!
They have the damage. They should just finish him off here.
Leader? Why did you do... Why did he...
Look, in the words of Ashin, you can't get lost in the sauce. Just because you can reactivate your ultimate in your E does not mean that you should.
That's absolutely true. Those are the words he used. Just
first
because you
part.
can reactivate your E doesn't mean you should.
You know, it's the body was telling him yes.
Just because I
but
land
you
my
gotta
knees
listen
in
to
Q,
your mind.
I need to stop pressing Q again.
Yeah,
But I can't, and I won't.
respectable.
Nisqy can land the E though, onto Finn.
Finn
Big damage.
does
from the
not
Gragas. Boom.
care, but good body slam.
Yeah.
Keeping that cooldown low this early in the game.
Didn't
A
get
lot
it.
of CDR.
That's got to be the most mobile drunk man I've ever seen.
Nah, it's crazy.
It's nuts, isn't it? Also, you should have like, I feel like, here's my pitch. When he Ws, you should have like, Gragas has consumed alcohol or whatever it is, and then his Qs are like, you can't aim them properly. You know? Like you throw a Q on your mouse, it goes to the left a bit. Sways.
Yeah, I like that. No, I don't. That sounds terrible.
But the W gets bonus, like double damage.
Look, I'm not... Medic's not here to talk about the, you know, biological implications of ingesting alcohol, so I'm not going to tell you what would or would not make sense. But I'd say that that does line up with my experience. Anyway, Mad Lions.
Sounds accurate.
Sounds accurate.
Mad Lions.
Full AP for the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, waiting for Dragon spawn in a minute, 40 seconds.
Looks like enough attack speed that she can probably turn invisible too.
Can we click on the Akali observers after this graphic falls away? I just want to see how much... Oh, so it's 40 ability power on this Akali. 40.
But 150
20
AD.
minutes. 150 AD, 40 AP. So he can push out waves and he can TP in. Well, let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do here, Leader.
For the flank, who's he going for? He's going to go on to Carzzy. He's now running for his life. Leader, already out of the fight. Nothing happened.
And he's basically...
All right, let's try again. A few minutes here. Astralis on the retreat now.
Chase, he's going to try to E in there. Nice.
Mad Lions
Ooh,
trying to start a fight. They're starting
big
this
Finn,
one. Better. Finn off to the side, doing big damage. 1-1-3 going to grab that kill. TP now coming in from Nisqy. Knock up there. The feather's going to fly. Finn forced to flash out.
That was a lot of damage from the Sion Q. Really good knockup. They couldn't follow up as much as they might have wanted to. They got Elyoya, but you can see Mad Lions have the health advantage. Nisqy still has the ult. He can cancel the bases there with his ult if he wants.
It's going to be tier 2 for sure. Looking at the Dragon, 45 seconds. They can't quite transition to that objective, but they should get a free reset or at least a free jungle from the opposing side.
Where does Gragas fire the Everthrust from? It looks like, does it come out of his belly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just eats it and then he fires it out from his belly.
Oh,
That's,
yeah, I was
that's
just checking.
canon.
Cool.
That's official
we
lore.
No, Kobbe doesn't have ult. Yeah, Kobbe. Just watch it again when he uses Everfrost. Just, I think it's from the belly, yeah. So here comes the siege, but Gragas Q, look at the wave, boom, gone. Nisqy's got Q up again. And yeah, there's no real threat of a tower, but the Dragon's up, 15 seconds. Nisqy's flash has just come up as well. Kobbe's lost his. Astralis are first to the river, but I think Mad Lions can just rush Nash here. They're going to run straight towards it. I think they might use Chasy as a distraction. They have a pink ward on the entrance red there, so Astralis will know what kind of plan they're looking at. And Mad Lions looking to turn. Mid-wave contest here. Chasy off to the side.
All right, here we go. The speed up has been used. Chasy on the flank. Not a lot of avenues to recover. Finn now trying to access the front line instantly onto the back side of the map. Do they have enough damage to strike through the AD carry? Carzzy getting cut down. Finally, the AD carry drops from Mad Lions. 4 members still standing. Can they keep the fight going? Nisqy gets one back. Continuing to step forward.
Oh, come on.
Kobbe fishing. It's going to be Hylissang keeping it on. 1-1-3 off to the backside. Finn trying to disengage desperately. That's another one taken down. Nisqy ticking, but Elyoya on top of Kobbe finds another. You do not go face first into a monkey and a drunk man. The wise words of Caedrel. Mad Lions making them come true here as Finn. No hope left. Mad Lions taking the fight.
Don't think they can get Baron off of that. They're going to get the Dragon though and put themselves on soul point. The only slither of hope Astralis had in that fight was that Carzzy's ult was on cooldown. That's the only reason that the Xayah died. They didn't have the Xayah ultimate, so when 113 does the flash ult onto the Xayah or the Q ult over the wall here, that flash ult, there's no way for him to escape it, so that means Finn can gap close, JeongHoon can flash forwards and land the ult as well, so he falls, but everything's used on him. And you can see Nisqy's just going to clean up leader. Kobbe gets a nice cheeky ultimate off here as he goes on towards Hylissang and gets the kill after proccing the W passive. Just with the auto attack with Static Shiv, gets that kill. But yeah, they didn't really stand a chance in that fight there, Astralis, despite getting the Xayah down.
Oof, and you know, 2 more resources for Kobbe. Maybe he can get more done, but Elyoya very strong at this stage of the game. And Finn sadly can't rely on just endlessly charging Qs. Although when you look at his damage graph, you would really think that he could.
666. With a 3 in front of it. So, Dragon started up here. They didn't actually get it, Mad Lions. They didn't go for Baron or Dragon. They just took a reset. There's the Everfrost out of his belly. Boom.
JeongHoon knocked back. Hook not
missed.
quite going to connect. Good hook buffer, just didn't connect to the wall. JeongHoon now going to be in trouble. Nisqy going to get knocked out, but there's nothing there for them. Meanwhile, off to the side, Leader's fishing for a fight, but Carzzy pulls the feathers back, and Leader now has to run for his life. The feathers fly, and that's a kill for Carzzy. Mad Lions again finding the angle. Astralis desperately fishing for something.
Another great fight by Mad Lions. I just think that Astralis' champions just cannot interact with Mad Lions'. This Akali pick, they have frontline with the Sion, they have Kai'Sa with the dive, but the mid lane, I just feel like this Akali is shut down so easily. And I feel like as soon as the Akali falls, the Nautilus and Xayah are already deep and they don't have enough damage to work with. They are just falling as well. Leader struggling so much in this game, barely even has a second item at 24 minutes. 1-1-3, looking for the steal. Nisqy, does he spot him go over the wall to the left? He didn't
Bodyguard.
go over the wall.
He's on duty.
The thing is, once he gets over this wall,
There's another
how does he
wall.
go over the... So why did he go over that wall in the...
Knockback.
So
Knock up.
Why did he...
Knock.
What was the...
Down. That's going to be another kill.
Okay. You know what?
Kai'Sa did manage to get one objective, bounty, and it looks like they will be able to get a second on the side of Astralis to try to keep themselves in this game, but not going to be a steal, so kind of just walks away embarrassed. 1-1-3. Not able to get the attempt off.
So Chasy has TP if they want to keep going top. Leader has decided, you know what, guys? Maybe I am not that useful. I'm going to split push and get us a bot tier 1, which is probably the correct play at this point. He needs to get that second item. But that means they're going to lose a top tier 2. And Mad Lions see that there's 2 or 3 on Dragon. They see Leader bot, and they're going to say, well, we're going to just have to keep pushing here. Chasy could TP on that melee, but he's not going to do it. He's going to push mid. And the inhib's going to fall. Astralis are avoiding any fights. Leader is still bot.
Well, and Astralis don't have any wave clear.
No, no, they don't actually.
Unless someone's going to let Sion full channel here. They are. These are terrible wave clear champions.
They're just wanting to base for item spikes here. They must be, because they need to push out bottom mid. Probably going to play some kind of 4-1 on bot lane. Oh, they're TPing. They're TPing. Doesn't need the TP Nisqy, so he can try and look for the Akali base. Might need to ult him if he wants to cancel it, but I don't think he... Nope. Maybe the team towards the end. Well, he's close to Rabadons. And 7,000 gold lead. Mad Lions. Still have Baron for another minute 30 seconds. It's around 3 waves to play on, 4 waves. They can crash them soon. But it's been a bit one-sided. I feel like today's been going pretty quick.
Yeah, we've had a lot of stomps today. And again, the start of this game, that first play around Herald, very Astralis favored. Every play after that has gone horrifically wrong for them. Yeah. And some of that is, you know, unlucky for 1-1-3, just goes into Fog of War to try to clear a camp, gets caught out, and some of that is just so hard to execute against this comp, but they're still going to try anyway. Now stepping backwards, Elyoya is going to use 1 stack of the ultimate, but now Hylissang has found the knock-up. Leader trying to find a way to the back line. The Feathers have flow, but now Chasy comes in, flash knocks him right into the wall. AD carry down. Mad Lions tearing through their opposition.
Gonna get the bot in him. I think 1-1-3 is proxying the wave away, which is a pain, but they have 2 caster creeps. Maybe they can end on the 2 casters. Protect the minions. Finn needs to kill the minions. Leader?
Finn cannot kill the minions.
Poppy W is down. Maybe he can, but you thought that he was out of it. Oh, there's 1 left. There's 1 minion left. Drakos, can Leader get it?
Up. Leader invisible in the shroud. Another wave coming.
But Rohan is here.
Yeah. No, they didn't even need Rohan. They're Rohan not required. Astralis decimated here in this game. Mad Lions will remain undefeated in the LEC. Chasy gonna knock him as far back into his base as he can, and Nisqy goes golden, flashes back out to safety.
JeongHoon was going for the Olympic high jump there. Yep, flashing into the Poppy Hammer.
I think he would have gotten it. Give him the golden something this game.
Yeah, I mean, that draft was really hard to play for Astralis.
Yeah, and again, you know, you see the first play, it works out for them. You think maybe there's more here. But then, kind of as predicted, as you highlighted with the Poppy so repeatedly, it's just you can't get into the back line, and even when you can, you take so much incidental damage on your way in.
Yeah.
And when you build static shift, you're squishy. You're very, very squishy.
Poppy's looking good in the LEC, isn't it? Other than that Vitality game, which was first pick worthy, I don't think it's a first pick worthy champ, but every champion in the game right now has some form of dash. Yeah. Some form of dash to go in, whether it's ult, AD carry, scale force, anything. You can stop it. And so the Poppy value is skyrocketing. Poppy stonks are going up. It's good into all the junglers right now, like Vi, for example, or Wukong with the W. It can at least stop something. 1-1-3 is
heartbreaker for Astralis. We know that they've been struggling. We heard it from Leader in his interview previously after the win against BDS. They're trying to find something that works for them in this meta over these few weeks.
Yeah.
They have some points because they were able to put up some pretty decent results, but a lot of your, like, getting further than this, you really got to get top 8. You know, and right now, this kind of start, you can't let that doubt sink in. You just have to look ahead towards tomorrow and hope for a better game. Hope that some of these more creative angles work for you against a different opponent.
I think top 8 should be doable. I think Mad Lions, of course, are now 4-0, our undefeated team. They've been looking good so far this split, a couple of hiccups here and there in the early game, but as expected, you know, they blundered the early game, they lost the Herald, they lost 2 kills, they still come back in fights. Yeah, so early game definitely not their strength, but it seems like team fight drafting and like shutting down the enemy comp is one of their biggest strengths.
They play very, very well together as a unit. Even if there are some hiccups in the early game, player of the game at LEC on Twitter, Elyoya, Nisqy, or Hylissang. It's hard, actually. Hilly had a pretty good... everyone had a pretty good one.
Everyone had a pretty good one. Everyone was there to just stop the Akali, and the Akali was certainly stopped.
Akali very much stopped, but let's stand by... Or, whoa. Tosses are hard. Jungler. Very good jungler standing by with Trouble.
And by with you.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been a long day. Very good jungler indeed I have with me. Elyoya, congrats on the win. A 4-0 start to the split. Fantastic start. And you just mentioned to me already more wins than last split?
Yeah, I mean, last split was a rough split. I mean, the beginning, the end was great. It was just to build up a good story story for the LEC. But yeah, I mean, we already have 4 wins, which is 1 more than last split. So we're happy for now.
Talking about being happy, I spoke to Mac on the very beginning of last week, and he said, you know what, I sat down and I watched VoDs of the teams that beat us, of all other teams, Korean teams, Chinese teams, and we tried to work a lot on team fighting. Have you seen any of these changes implemented on the way you guys play?
I think for sure. Like, I think right now, at least we are conscious on what everyone's role is in each team fight, like what we have to do, who has to guard each flank, who has to do these kind of steps. I think we're still lacking a lot of preparation when it comes to playing with vision, around vision. I think we are still lacking a lot, but it's an improvement and we're still working on it because I think team fighting is the biggest difference because no way you can lose a game against T1 but while being leasing 6-0, right? No way that can happen.
No way that can happen, guys. Now, of course, you've been part of the Mad Lions that was infamous for the mid-game team fighting. I asked Hilly last week, I'm asking you as well. Do you think these 2 teams are kind of comparable?
The Mad Lions
the
of the...
2021 Mad Lions and this one?
The thing is, since I have the insight of both, I don't think they are comparable because the environment, it was really different between both. I think... I'm not saying one was better, one was worse, but with Mad Lions, with the 2021, we would just go 10k behind gold and we would have Orianna mid, we would have Leona, this
one
kind of
Rakan
chance.
Flank, right?
Literally. And right now, I think we are more consistent, we are playing better, and we are, I would say, more aware of what to do on each team fight. So I think we are better, but we are missing that explosive, that 2021 Mad Lions had. That, I'm going to say that I think we are missing that Narmut. That Narmut E-flashing on 3 people that would just win a game. I think we are missing that. But yeah, it's just more consistent. I think we are better right now.
All right, well, it looks really good so far, 4-0, great start. Now, I wanted to ask you a little bit, what is your opinion on the meta? Because you've pretty much played everything and anything when it comes to playing on the stage. So how do you rate the current meta?
I mean, after leaving the Udyr Bolivar meta for 1 year, I'm happy this is the meta. Like, I have no complaints. I'm really happy I went pro when Udyr and Bolivar were meta. So I've been humbled so much that right now, just anything that is not this kind of champs, I'm happy. This is the dream for me. I'm the happiest man alive.
All right, then, when it comes to the more aggressive picks, you do play Wukong, you'll play the occasional Viego as well. But we've seen Rek'Sai's, Nocturnes pop out here and there. Where do you rate them?
I think both of those champions are really strong and deserve a for sure spot in the meta. I think in some draft, they're really strong picks.
All right, and one last question for you. That Poppy, man, where did he pop out from? Because we've seen it in the jungle. I'm assuming you can play it as well. We've seen your top laner play it. Why did he come back?
Well, I think people are a bit overreacting on the champ. Like, for example, I think the Vitality draft, first picking it into a rough comp. I'm not sure if that's where you want to place the Poppy, but I would say once they have dashes, He's just too good of a champion right now. Like Poppy could just peel for everyone. He would be stopping 4 dashes with only 1 ability.
Yeah.
Who says no to that?
Well,
Yeah,
we saw that in this game, that
Yeah.
Akali could not get into team fights. And would you want to be the Poppy in the Vitality draft?
No, I definitely not. I prefer the Udyr again. Like I'd rather be the Udyr than the Poppy. For sure not.
All right, thank you very much, Elyoya.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a 4-0. Great start of the split. We're going to go over to PTL where Carzzy is waiting there with Frankie and Roxa.